Welcome to yet another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. It is your boy, Daddymac, and today we are up against Fur. If you missed the last Wi-Fi battle, you should check it out. Overquill, such an underrated Pokemon. I have never thought using Overquill like the way my opponent used it. Excuse me, felt something on my chest. Fur is bringing a really cool Wi-Fi battle. It's bringing a really good team. The Gliscor is cool. Corviknight, you all know how I feel about Corviknight. Ninetales kind of hints towards, this is an interesting team, actually. Wonder what the idea behind it is. I don't know. I'm gonna start Iron Moth because we're gonna start aggressive, and that's what we like to do on this channel, so we like to start aggressive. This is a brand new team, which I will go over in just a moment. It's built around Iron Moth. The Pokemon we're always building around is up top. Such a cool team. Looks good on paper. Let's see how it is when it actually goes into action. Our core is built around both Corviknight and Mandibuzz, as you saw. I know they're flying, but that's why we also have the Mamoswine. We got, Kamo. We got other Pokemon. That's a shiny Salazzle. That is cool. This is also the first time we introduce this music into this Wi-Fi battle. Here's Gliscor. It's a shiny Gliscor. And here comes our Iron Moth. Okay. Unfortunately, our booster energy gets used up. But we played that a little bit too aggressive. I'm untangling my controller here. My speed was heightened. I obviously outspeeded this thing, but do I just Tera Fairy and guys? I think I know. We're gonna go for a sweep. Watch, check this out. I'm simply gonna rationalize, go for a fiery dance, and I'm going to hope that I get the special attack raise, because then I'll be able to substitute later on. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into the Iron Moth. I'm simply looking at my EV spread because I kind of forgot. We are a little bit bulky. All right, give me that special defense, baby. Special defense? Yes! Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Earthquake, that's fine. We should be able to take this. We got defense investment. We take that like champs. And here's the beauty, is that we're gonna fiery dance again, and we're gonna take this bad boy with us. Can I get another special attack raise, please? If I get that, it's a sweep. It's a sweep. Nope. Okay. The good news is I got the substitute in the background. Iron Moth is such an aggressive Pokemon. It's such a good Pokemon. I'll introduce this team in just a moment. All right, Salazzle the Great comes out. I don't fear you, bro. I got nothing for you. That's a lie. But I am wondering if I can knock this thing out. We got Dazzling Gleam for the Umbreon. Might be able to take the Gastrodon out. Corviknight is the Pokemon that I fear the most. I want to substitute to really see what this thing is about. Maybe you Nasty Plot. I don't know what you have for me in the background, so I'm just gonna go ahead and substitute here. I've seen Nasty Plot, so you just hit Sludge Bomb. You realize that I'm a threat. It's a crit! It's a good thing I substituted. Jeez. That would have been bad. All right, obviously Corviknight is not a good swap for Salazzle. And I don't really like it. So here's our team. We are, again, built around Iron Moth. Iron Moth is our special attacker, and it's actually a little bit of a sweeper. All of our Pokemon are in Beast Balls, by the way. So we got Iron Moth. This is our EV spread. So it's a very unique EV spread. So we got 124 on defense, 132 in special attack, and the rest go into the speed. Now here we got the Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz is our special wall, which I'm going to swap into in just a moment with the leftovers. We got Kamo, who is our special sweeper. We got Manny the Mamoswine with the Never the Melt Eyes. This is our physical attacker. Then we got Corviknight, and then we got the Azumarill. So it's time to swap. We're going to go into the Mandibuzz. Taking too long. Jeez. Hurry up and explain your team, Daddymac. You're taking too long. All right, here comes the Mandibuzz. I like Mandibuzz because I'm actually not only going to be able to take this thing pretty well. We got the leftovers, we got the boost, we got all this stuff. I might actually be able to do some damage with it because I got the knockoff, and I think I really want to knock off. We're gonna knock off. You can toxic me if you want. I don't mind that. Let's see what item we're holding. Probably Sash. It's a fast Salazzle. Don't sleep on Salazzle's speed. It'd be pretty fast. Black Sludge. Okay. That was a waste of a knockoff. I still don't mind going into the Mandibuzz, but I think I got a U-turn before this starts racking up. I'm gonna U-turn. Let's get out of here. Salazzle actually is pretty underrated. He swaps. I would have stayed in, to be honest. Here comes Corviknight. And you know what Pokemon we got for the Corviknight, so I'm gonna go into our bad boy Iron Moth. Rocky Helmet Corviknight. Do I want to go into the Iron Moth? I kind of do. To be honest. I'm gonna go Iron Moth. I don't mind it one bit. We go Iron Moth because we're gonna scare this thing out, and we should be able to do some pretty heavy damage. I'm gonna Fiery Dance here. Boom. Corviknight takes this. Wow. Might Roost later. Here comes the Iron Head. We go down. I was hoping we would knock out here, not even gonna lie. So Iron Moth, our ace Pokemon, unfortunately does go out, and that's perfectly fine. But Corviknight is low in HP, so I might actually go into, I don't want to go into the Azumarill, not even gonna lie. But Kamo is actually not a bad switch in either. We're gonna go into the Kamo here. I'm gonna Flamethrower. And then we actually got something for Umbreon. We got something for the Ninetales. We got something for Salazzle. So I think Kamo becomes our Wincon. I just want to see what he goes out into before I hit Clangor's Soul and before I start attacking. So here comes the Ninetales. Okay. Ninetales outspeeds. But the question is, I think I still play aggressive. I'm still going to play aggressive, and I'm simply going to Flamethrower. Yeah, let's Flamethrower. I knew you were going to Aurora Veil. That's why I stayed in. So I'm going to go ahead and Flamethrower and then switch out, because then it'll be able to hit me with something. Look at that. Tanked it. We get the burn. That's kind of cool. But I think I really want to switch into Corviknight. What do you go out into next? It's actually very interesting to see what my opponent's going to do. The Fairy type attack is something to fear, for sure. And because of that, I'm going to go into the Corviknight. Maybe my opponent goes into Blizzard, and maybe I'm overthinking things a little bit, but even a Blizzard is a little bit scary coming from a Ninetales. So I'm going to go into the Corviknight. Just Blizzard, that's what I thought. Does some pretty good damage to me. And I really want to style out the Aurora Veil, so I'm just gonna Roost. I don't like the Aurora Veil. Aurora Veil is actually very scary when used correctly. Here comes Umbreon, the Sinnoh champion. Wow, that is cool. I really like that. I'm gonna Roost here. I actually want to revisit Sinnoh now. Might actually do a Nuzlocke or something. I'm gonna U-turn. Maybe we just do a regular playthrough. I don't know. I don't know yet. Umbreon, you don't scare me. I'm gonna go back into the Kamo. Kamo is actually in range now, so if I can go ahead and Clangor's Soul here, I might be able to do something. Wish. Salazzle? Are you gonna go into Salazzle? Is that what's gonna happen? I don't mind it one bit. Let's see what happens with Clangor's Soul. Oh, okay. Look at how tall Kamo stands over Umbreon. Jeez. Umbreon is fearless. I really like Umbreon. One of my favorite Pokemon. All right, Clangor's Soul. Our HP is going to go down a little bit, and that's fine. But all of our stats increase, and I think that's going to be enough to start getting rid of a couple of things. I really just want to get rid of the Aurora Veil, and then we get the spray boost, the throat spray. Toxic, I'm cool with it. You can do that. Just don't Protect. He's probably running Protect. The snow stops, and this tells me that Aurora Veil is still up for 3 more turns. That's cool by me. It's a stall team. This is a stall team. I'm simply gonna Aura Sphere. Should take it out? No. I forget how bulky Umbreon is. Holy smokes. I'm playing too aggressive, I think. I definitely underestimated my opponent's team now that I'm really looking at its bulk. Gastrodon is going to be something to be scared of. Okay. I know you're gonna. I'm predicting a protect here. My opponent is going to protect in order to preserve the wish, and I'm simply gonna Aura Sphere. And I'm kind of cool with that, actually. I'm okay with Kamo going down, but now this puts me in a position where I gotta think more. I gotta play more strategic. Because I'm playing too aggressive, and I'm playing into what my opponent wants me to do, is to play aggressive. So what that tells me is I'm gonna go into a Azumarill. I think I want to go into a Azumarill. Let's see. I'm definitely going down here. I really thought this Umbreon was going to be a bold Umbreon and not a calm Umbreon. I think it's calm, just based off the damage output. The Aura Veil does go down. That's actually good news for us. But I'm going to Azumarill and just play Roughing. We're banded, so there is that. We might be able to do some pretty heavy damage. We're huge power. We got the choice band. Let's see how much damage this does. My opponent does hit the wish. If we can take this thing down, that's going to be huge. Yes, that means wish is gone. Umbreon goes down. Salazzle is probably going to come in next. And if it does, we already know we're going into. It's Ninetales. Of the Distant Past. That is a cool... That's actually pretty nice, not gonna lie. I'm gonna play rough here. Aurora Veil, just like expected. I'm really gonna have to rely on Corviknight and Mandibuzz. Play rough. Nice. I will take that damage. The wish still activated. Okay. I didn't know that. Freeze Dry. A lot of Ninetales run Freeze Dry, don't they? We're gonna find out. Because I really don't got a lot of switch-ins. I had a feeling. What I want to go into that can take a freeze dry, not much, to be honest. I need the Azumarill for the Gastrodon, though Gastrodon is probably running. Ah, boys. Let's go into Corviknight. These screens are going to be up for 8 turns, and that's a lot. Go into the Corviknight. Freeze Dry is fine. You take that. I'm going to body press. I think we body press. If you want to swap, I'm going to get some damage off on something. Even if it's the Salazzle, that's fine. Salazzle the Great comes out. I think that's his ace Pokemon he's building around or something. I don't know. Salazzle takes some decent damage. I'm going to go into the Mandibuzz. And I think we roost. If it's running Corrosion, that would be pretty neat, not even going to lie. But I'm not going to risk that. If you go Toxic, you're running Corrosion. Substitute? Uh-oh. Snow stops. Aura Veil is still up for a few turns. This is Nasty Plot. You're gonna go into the Nasty Plot, aren't you? That's fine. That is absolutely fine. The Black Sludge sort of indicated that it was gonna go into a substitute, or was running some kind of substitute set, which is pretty nice for my opponent. Commander Butts here. The substitute stays. I gotta stay in and break it though. I can't necessarily swap. Sludge Bomb is probably gonna knock us out. But let's see. Fire Blast miss? Please? No. Ain't no way he's missing that, buddy. I'm dreaming if I think he's gonna miss that. Gastrodon is a problem. I'm gonna go Mammoth Swine here. We are thick, fat Mammoth Swine. So your fire type attack is not really scary to me. I'm gonna Earthquake here. Gonna Toxic. That's fine. Oh, this last is getting annoying, fam. I'm gonna Earthquake to ensure that I break the sub, but upon breaking the sub, I'm gonna Ice Shard here because it obviously outspeeds me, and I don't want to take damage from this thing. Substitute does fade, and I think with the Never Melt Ice, I want to say an Ice Shard knocks out Salazzle. Salazzle is a frail Pokemon. Aura Veil does wear off. I'm gonna Ice Shard here. Let's see what happens. Ice Shard. Never Melt Ice, Salazzle goes down. That's what we're talking about. Okay, Gastrodon comes out. I'm gonna simply hit this thing. All my cords are getting tangled, bruh. Gastrodon is probably physically defensive. Oh, it's Ninetales. That's what you're going out into. That's cool by me, dude. That is absolutely cool by me. I'm still gonna Ice Shard. Knock it out. No. And this gives my opponent the opportunity for an Aurora Bell. Great. Now we got to deal with a buffed up Gastrodon for a couple turns. But what now? Ninetales goes down. And if this Gastrodon has Stockpile, we're actually in a little bit of a bind. Mammoth Swine has to hit a flinch or two if we want to win. Look at this beautiful shiny Gastrodon. Icicle Crash, we got to. Can we flinch? Can we force a flinch? And this is some decent damage. We dodge! Is Muddy Water a water type or is it ground type? I always forget. Obviously, it's probably water. Okay, Mammoth Swine. I'm gonna continue to Icicle Crash. I gotta continue to Icicle Crash here. What is this, Tera Water? You can't be Tera Water. It'd be silly for you to be Tera Water. Tera Fire. My... You know what this means? That's actually pretty genius, not even gonna lie. Tera Blast. Bro, we're thick fat. You're not gonna do anything to us. Oh, but it does enough to put me at risk or at range for me to go down to the fire. Wow. Wow. I am afraid of this thing running Stockpile. We know it has Muddy Water. It's got the Tera Fire. I'm gonna Body Press. I'm confused. How much more turns of Aura Veil is there? Guys, Azumarill's done. Now that I think about it, this thing checks Azumarill. I just got humbled by Gastrodon. Because it resists Play Rough now. Wow. Oh my gosh. The snow stops, but there's still 3 more turns of Aurora Veil, which means this thing is taking a Azumarill with it. Bummer. I really underestimated this team. I overlooked it. Kudos though. Kudos to my opponent. This is sick. And I got Ice Spinner, not the fighting type attack. Wow! This... Kudos. Kudos. Absolute kudos. Earth Power. We get knocked out after a second. Oh man. What a way to get humbled by a Gastrodon. That is sick, not even gonna lie. Obviously, there's no point into going for the water type attack because it got Storm Drain. And that's why he's running the Tera Fire, because at that point, the only weakness it has is ground and rock. Genius. Genius Tera by my opponent. My opponent deserves the like. If it's not for me, give it for Fur. That was cool. Not even gonna lie. But with that being said and done, it's your boy, Daddymac. Wow. Wow. We'll see you guys next time.